podcast with Chovy and Chatter. We uh we were doing Ethereum weekly, but decided it was too narrow a topic, so here we are. We're rolling that into Byte broadcast where we can talk about anything related to tech and news and politics and we're both developers. I've been a web developer for 25 years. Chatter, you want to give them a rundown?
Well, hi everyone. My name is Rene Crom. As many people know me, Charter. I'm a blockchain developer myself. Been in this industry for almost 5 years now. I think what is the most important is getting into every important event that's happening in the world, so we can like get what is actually going on in the tech industry, and that's what this podcast is about. And with my experience in the industry, I think I can bring a lot to the information of people, to the knowledge, and I think this podcast is a way to go to know what is actually happening in tech.
Yeah, I agree. There's so much going on right now. There's AI, we got blockchain, we got communication platforms like Noster or Noster. I don't know how you say it. I say Noster, but have you looked into that at all yet? It's using a Lightning Network for payments.
Yeah, I think the whole idea that surrounds the Lightning Network is that it's not actually a blockchain feature. It's more of reducing one aspect of the whole blockchain thing into using Lightning Network. Because what if the validators in the Lightning Network actually don't the confirmations don't make up, and the whole system or the whole chain differentiates from that of the Lightning node. I think this, for me, it's a big no-no to this feature.
Yeah, I think. Hold on, my friend's calling me. I'm just seeing if he wants to join us. Um, I think I wasn't a fan of Lightning Network when I first used it because I opened a channel to some rinky dink contract board. And then I wiped my laptop because I reinstalled the OS. And when I restored my phrase, the money that was in the channel was gone. It wouldn't restore the channel from my phrase. So that was when I kind of just gave up on it. But now it seems like it's taking off with this Noster thing where you can have like a Reddit style uh, application that's centralized, somewhat. It's like a hybrid model, somewhat
Exactly.
centralized and somewhat decentralized.
I,
But
I
you
think
can
that,
upvote people and zap them and send them satoshis back and forth. And
I think for me that's where we have a big difference with this feature. I think they just bringing in centralization to decentralization process is actually, you're saying, well, people were thinking about decentralization, then it is nonsense. Well, we can bring centralization to this. I think this changes the whole perspective of Bitcoin. We don't need Lightning nodes to make transactions. We need an actual blockchain that say, okay, these funds are sent and are actually confirmed to the user, and the whole network has agreed to this. I think that's exactly the point of the blockchain. Now, bringing Lightning nodes, for me, it's a big no-no, to be honest. I mean, every time I will always say, uh, don't use this feature. And I think even to the developers of the Lightning nodes or the Lightning systems themselves, I think they're thinking of it. Well, we have to scrap this at one point in the future, because I don't think this will actually mean decentralization to people.
yeah, I feel like it. So there's a lot of negativity in the beginning with Lightning Node, and I kind of adopted that mentality because a lot of the original Bitcoiners were against it. But there's something competing with that called Liquid. Have you heard of that?
What?
Have you heard of Liquid?
Liquid, yes.
So It's my understanding that that's like a competing protocol for Lightning to Lightning Node. Do you know much about it? Can you explain it at all?
No, no, I don't know much about it. I just know it as a service.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like I feel like Bitcoin got co opted by these big corporations that put all this funding and development work into it. But I feel like the Lightning stuff is becoming centralized. Um, and I feel like Bitcoin Cash may actually be better in the long run. Uh,
I don't
but
think actually Bitcoin Cash can be alternative or in any way replace Bitcoin. I don't think many people will actually move with the lightning stuff. I think, as I said earlier in this video, I think in sometime in the future, this will get scrapped. And I'm 100% sure that we'll no longer have Lightning node in the future. That's something I'm 100% sure. If it's not, I think
really,
time will
why
prove
do you
me
say that?
right or wrong.
Why are you
You have just
100%
said
sure
yourself
Lightning
that
Node's going to get scrapped?
yeah. So the main concern is around privacy. Okay, and the main solution of to reduce privacy, or let's say people looking at your stuff, to decentralize things, to make sure everything is decentralized. There is no anyone with any power over anyone's funds. That's what decentralization means. And with Lightning Node itself, it presents features that are 100% centralized. So, getting back to decentralization is like the main point of peer to peer or Bitcoin. I don't think we will move forward something that brings centralization to what we want in the long run. And the long run is to become fully decentralized. So for me, you can see my reasons that I am sure that this will get scrapped in the future because it doesn't present any significant, I could say, significant help to the Bitcoin network. Rather, that just brings arguments why this, why that, and the whole argument centers around privacy.
Yeah. Um, I think that's why I like Polygon. So the one advantage why I think Nostr took on Lightning Node is you can send a Satoshi to somebody. Like you can't do that with
You can
any
support.
other um something that small of a of a transaction. So like when you upvote, I mean I've gotten there's this website called Slacker News. Um it's Slacker, sorry, not Slacker, Stacker. Stacker.news. It uses Lightning Node under the hood. And I've earned like 600 Satoshis, which is worth like 20 cents. So it's not really worth much, but I can participate and potentially earn money if this were to get, as big as say Reddit or something like that, and you get to the front page, you might make a few bucks, off this. But um, it's promising. I think social media, the one thing this turns the model on its head with Nostr is we can make money off our content, whereas with social media, they're making money off our content. And now AI is making money off our content. That's why Twitter banned. Uh, they basically you can't browse Twitter anymore unless you're logged in, which is a huge move. I notice a lot less spam in my inbox now on Twitter.
Yeah, welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. Today we're having Byte broadcast, live broadcast, and we are talking about everything going on in tech. And at right this moment, we're talking about what's Twitter doing. I think what Twitter's doing, it's creating a lot of problems. Uh, the same thing that I will come to my defense or my point that we really need decentralization in large scale. We can see somebody holds too much power into holding this, and he can make decisions like this, that you need to be logged in, this, that. Well, we need actually a place where you don't have to provide any information or viewers to access the contents or the info. Latest, you can see even Instagram launched its own app version of Twitter app. Uh, Still, for me, I don't think it's going in the right direction. Probably we're having a lot of problems in the matter of what who controls what, especially with who owns this, with Elon Musk. Changes. I think at any time we will need actually decentralization in every part of industry in this world. We need financially decentralized. We need social decentralization. We need where people can actually, be themselves. That's that's somewhere I think in the future we can be there with the hopes of what we're building now.
Yeah, I work at a company that does signals intelligence. We have a lot of federal clients and international governments as clients, and we've been scraping Twitter for I don't know 5 years or something. We can't scrape them anymore. So that using Twitter was a really good way to get bleeding edge, timely things that were happening around the world before it hit the news. Um, but now that you can get it if you're logged into Twitter, but Elon's smart enough to realize all these AI companies doing this shit are just scraping Twitter. So it's now like Facebook. You have to be logged in to view it. Reddit's still open. You can scrape Reddit. But I wonder if they'll go that route eventually too.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
but but I think we're having a problem somewhere. I think if Elon Musk found out that people are, or AI companies, as you have said, AI companies and various other companies, they're scraping Twitter's data. I think first solution was not to actually, well, people, we don't want to provide our data. I think he could have found a solution where slowly there's people they could either pay for scraping the data or whatever else. But I think what he did, it was so drastic that, hey, I bought this company, so I need to make this change. And as I said, control in over one central place, it's not good for anyone. It's not good. It's not good for any social interaction. Not good for social projection. I think, and overall, it's not in any way helps the community or the society, and that's a problem in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like he just doesn't want people taking advantage of his infrastructure, which is what everybody was doing. I'm seeing a lot less spam. There were bots all over the place. Now there's like no bots. So it might become useful again. I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of these AI companies are coming to the realization they got our company has like a $300,000 AWS bill every month. Every month we're paying over $250,000 for AWS infrastructure. Now we have to pay for Reddit API, which is going to be in the millions. We got to pay for Twitter API, which is going to be in the millions. It's not effective.
Okay, okay. So, but they do make money in the first place. I think what was the real concern
Yeah,
of
but
USA.
but these bills are eating into our revenues such that it's not becoming as profitable as it should be.
But it is profitable at the end of the day. That's a big question in any kind of business.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just saying like a startup. We're 200 people or so. I don't know what our number is, 250 maybe, and we've got funding, but we're not profitable. We're not IPO'd yet. So a $300,000 a month AWS bill. There's
That's
a
too
lot of
much.
push to reduce that, and we're one of the projects I'm working on is to get us off one of these big servers that Amazon's charging us like 30 grand a month for. Um, And it's funny because I'm old. I'm 48, and I worked in the dot-com boom, and we all used to have our own data centers. We'd have rack space at a data center, and that was what we used. And it's like the whole cloud thing is just you're still paying for somebody else's server space. Yeah, it's easier to get up and running if you got somebody who knows how to use AWS, Azure, or GCP. But one thing I learned during a job interview somewhere, the guy was telling me the more you use it, the more expensive it gets. It's like exponentially gets more expensive the more you rely on that cloud stuff. So I don't use it. I just buy a dedicated server.
I think the model. Yeah, I think that AWS model is as long as you keep using it, meaning you keep making money. You're not just using it for free because let's say in the first month you had 1,000 hits, you pay for 1,000 hits, and if you get 100,000 website hits, you're going to pay for that. That's how it gets expensive because you now get more
Right. But
customers. You get
what I'm saying is, let's say 10,000 website hits is $100 a day. If you get 100,000, you would think you'd get a discount, right? You would think maybe you're paying $200 a day or $500 a day. But it goes from like 100 to like 1,000, or even
that's,
more than.
no,
Like the
that's not
more
correct.
you use it, the more you rely on it, the more expensive it becomes, such that you're priced out of using that tool at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of startups should be able to get up and running quickly and cheaply. I always put my clients on a VPS or a cheap dedicated server, and then when we have that kind of traffic, maybe we'll move to the cloud, but we don't need to start there. These companies will all start there, and then they end up, you know, $30,000 just for a development machine. That's what we're paying a month. That sounds ridiculous to me, but we could probably do it on a dedicated server for $500 a month.
But still, I think it's still expensive.
It is. It's too expensive, and then you're married to that technology. If you start using Lambda and all this AWS stuff, you can't just go to the cheapest provider. You're stuck with AWS. I don't like that vendor lock-in stuff either. I want my applications to be portable, so I can move them to, when a better deal comes along, I can move them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what else? What's going on with you this week?
Uh, I think this week, well, not much, not much, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a holiday here in the U.S.
Oh, 4th of July. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. So I haven't. I had a contract that's ending. It ended a week ago, and it was supposed to be a year-long contract, but they ended it after 3 weeks because they didn't want to renew it with the consultant company. And so I'm back to my regular job, just focusing on that right now. I lost your video.
I think I'm trying to send you a message over Telegram.
I'll send it on Slack. Oh, here we go. I see it. Please share the link here. Oh, you're getting errors. I can still hear you. I turn my video off. How do I do that? Anyway, so we got AI. I guess I read this morning that ChatGPT's traffic is now going down. Like the initial shininess of it is kind of wearing off. Their traffic's down 8.5% this last month in June.
Yeah, I think obviously things must come at end. Trends must come at end at one time.
I I spent quite a bit of money trying to get an affiliate site working, and I put 3 months of budget into it. Spent about 5 grand. Didn't work out at all. So I just cut my usage way back to $10 a month. I'm not giving them any more money. It's I pay the $20 for the ChatGPT 4 interface because I use that a lot. I still find it pretty
Oh,
helpful. But the API access, two things, two problems. You can't do them in parallel, the requests, and there's such a limit, and it takes a long time. It's slow to respond. So if you want to do something at scale, you can't. It just takes forever. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure somebody will release something to compete with them soon.
soon. Yeah, I think still there's a lot of time to build.
Yeah, I applied for a master's degree at Berkeley in data science, but
Oh, you're going to get your master's degree.
well, I haven't been accepted yet, but I applied. It takes 6 weeks to get a
Hopefully you
decision.
can get in. Hopefully you can get in.
I was gonna get a master's degree. It's expensive. It's 75,000.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, and I can't afford it right now, so I'm looking for grants and you know what do they call
Oh,
them?
okay. You're
Scholarships.
looking.
What's that? What did you say?
My video getting keep getting uh, reloading and getting errors.
Oh, I
Oh
don't
no, I
know how
think
we turn video off.
it's back. I think now it's back.
Oh, there we go. You click stop cam at the bottom. So I'll stop my camera. Maybe that'll help.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, great.
I'm just changing my avatar here.
Okay.
I can send you the image. Um, yeah, there we go. Here, let me send you the image. I'll send it to you on Telegram.
Okay. Okay, I think we have hit the 25th minute mark. I think my internet is going bad, very bad. I can't even access another web pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna disconnect and then I'm gonna try to reconnect again.
Okay, go ahead. It's fine. It's our first episode.
Okay. Still, you can see I've tried to leave, but it doesn't allow me to leave.
Hmm.
I think can we reschedule if possible for the remaining minutes?
If you just refresh your browser, does it fix it?
Yeah, I've tried to refresh, but it's not even refreshing. It's just there. Also, can you? Okay, I can't even reload it.
What's that?
I cannot even reload anything.
Your
You
audio
did
sounds fine to me.
for me. I can't do anything. You even sent me a logo. I cannot even download it.
Oh wow.
That's very bad. Again.
Just Starlink?
I'm gonna try to restart. Then I'm gonna let you know.
No, no. I was asking. I was asking if you had Starlink there.
No, there is no Starlink in Tanzania.
Oh really?
Yeah, there is no Starlink. I think one of our ministers told Elon Musk that in order his company to operate here, he needs the his office, Starlink office, to be here. And I think that was a bad point where Elon did not agree to that.
What country are you in?
Tanzania, East Africa. It is in Hindi Ocean.
Tanzania. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was pronounced Tanzania.
It's Tanzania. Tanzania.
Tanzania. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome. I went to South Africa when I was a kid.
you
Um,
came here?
South Africa. We
Oh,
went
you went to
to
South Africa. Okay.
Durban, and then we went to like Swaziland and Cougar National Park.
Okay. Well, here it's Tanzania in East Africa, and well, there's stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know,
that's cool. What you said you're coming out to the U.S. soon, right? Wichita, Kansas.
exactly. Yeah, coming
When are
over.
you
I think
coming?
to be next week, hopefully.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have good bandwidth once you get here.
Yeah, I think we'll keep doing this for as long as we can because I'll be there. I think a lot of internet, good gadgets. I think it will be fun.
Now you're getting a what, a PhD or a master's?
Yeah, I'm getting a degree.
Oh, just an undergrad?
Yeah.
What are you getting it in?
I told you it was cybersecurity.
That's right. I forgot.
Well, I had my first degree here in the country. Was it's not a big help, so I'm trying to get another.
Yeah, I'm trying. So yeah. Anyway, I
Yeah, I
really
think
should
my
get a
internet.
computer science degree, but I don't have a business degree.
Okay. I think my internet is still having a very bad connection. So I think I'll try to reconnect. If I can't, then I think we'll try to reschedule this.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
OpenAI launches super alignment team. How do you align a model much smarter than humans? OpenAI has been working on this question across teams for some time, but now they're bringing 20% of the entire org compute wise to bear on this challenge. They're hiring extensively, and many top scientists internally are working on the problem. Playground AI raises $40 million for image editing. The popular AI powered image editing suite raised money to continue pushing forward. Text driven creativity expressed via pixels. So that's one of the things I'm trying to figure out is there an AI out there that either is free or very cheap that will give me like Figma mocks for a landing page? Because I have a lot of ideas I want to prototype, and a lot of that is just gauging interest and trying to figure out like uh, how much interest there is. You can say you're in a private beta or whatever. Just say some bullshit. How many subscribers do you get to join the list? And then you can gauge whether or not it's worth going into, development and spending the money on an idea. If nobody signs up, then don't waste your time. I did this. I was going to do a co working space uh, near my house, and I set up a website and everything and listed it on some of those office space sharing websites. I got like one or two inquiries. They wanted to pay $20 for a day. I think I was charging like on a yearly basis, but I didn't get any interest, so I didn't do it. So that saved me a lot of time and headache. Anyway, if anybody knows something, leave a comment or hit me up on Telegram. I'm Chovy2 on Telegram. Um, 1 billion tokens in context. It seems like dilated attention now finally works. This is an exciting advancement if it holds the scale because it means that we can essentially treat entire corpora of documents as context. All of the Python code on GitHub is only a few hundred billion tokens. LongNet is a linear attention variant, but they seem to have stabilized training and it doesn't sacrifice performance on shorter sequences. So I'm still learning this AI shit. I want to get into it. I don't know what degree I should do. I thought data science, but the more I read about it, the more I'm realizing that's probably more of like a statistician is probably what you'd be called traditionally. Um, I want to get into the AI shit, uh, like how to train AIs, how to build them, because a lot of companies will probably want to run their own instead of using something public like ChatGPT, because anything you give it is theirs. It's the same problem with every centralized service. Anyway, it might be computer science is the best uh, path for that. Enhanced vision language zero shot learning. This study presents a technique that improves AI's understanding of image text tasks by focusing on fine details with keywords, enhancing performance, especially when faced with unseen scenarios. Cosmos 2 checkpoints released. One of the top multimodal models today was developed by the Uni-LM team at Microsoft. They have now released demo code, weight, checkpoints, and more for you to play with. I don't trust Microsoft. New vector database written with metal shaders. I don't know what that is. WebGLM. New online tool powered by AI designed to answer questions by searching the web. So basically Google. linear attention for NLP. State space, RWKV, and other non quadratic methods have emerged recently as potential replacements for attention. This video walks through several of these methods, how they compare to one another, and how to reason about the current research direction. Yeah, all this shit, this stuff's happening so fast. Huh, that's interesting. Celebrities use AI to take control of their own images. Um, Celebrities are partnering with brands to create AI generated duplicates of themselves that could be used in marketing campaigns. This gives celebrities more control over their own images and allows brands to use the stars in ways they never could before. That's interesting. Yeah, I think as the shit speeds up, uh, it may be at the point where you can run something useful on a VPS. I don't know. That's what I'm waiting for. Because I can't afford to do anything with high powered GPUs. It's too expensive. I don't know what AI model weights are, but their availability as open source uh, the open weights, which contain the actual learned knowledge, are typically not shared openly. Interesting. Bruno, get high quality notes for user interviews instantly. Instead of spending hours rewatching calls, upload your user interview recording to BrewNote and get AI powered intelligent notes in minutes. That's interesting. When I was working at Yahoo, we did a lot of UX research, UI research, where we had people come in for $100 and look at our UIs and tell us what they thought. Asset managers are pro Bitcoin. Fidelity. What are dark patterns? Dark patterns are design tactics used in websites that manipulate users into doing something they didn't intend to do. Arduous cancellation. Oh, yeah, I hate that shit. That's when you can't unsubscribe from the damn thing you're paying for. Like Planet Fitness, it's impossible to unsubscribe. Unsuspected cancellation fees. Bait and switch. Display one price on landing search page and adding additional fees. Superfluous notifications. Notifications that aren't from the application usage. Marketing copy or even phantom notifications. Who is getting fired? All right. Well, I think he's not coming back, so I'm going to end the stream here. I got a meeting in 30 minutes. I'm going to go get some coffee and take a little break. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. Chatter will be moving from Tanzania to Wichita, Kansas next week, so that'll be interesting. He's going to be out here in the U.S. for a computer or web security degree that he's doing. So that'll be fun. We should have better connections once he gets over here. And welcome to our new podcast. We are sunsetting Ethereum weekly. We like Ethereum still, but it's too narrow of a topic to have a podcast every week. And we ended up talking about everything going on. So that's kind of what Byte Broadcast is. We just talk about the news and what's happening in tech, mostly focused around programming, web dev, blockchain, and AI. Those are like the topics I'm into. And then he's really good at blockchain stuff. He does a lot of smart contract development. So if you're looking for a good developer for your crypto project, definitely hit us up. He's good. I'm looking for work as a web developer. I prefer Svelte over Vue, but I can do Vue and React. Server side, I do Node.js. I do Dino too, but Node, I switched back to Node just because Dino's just no libraries for it. It's really hard to do anything other than a REST API. All right, guys, that's it. See you next week. Bye bye.